Spicer has it for Lafayette. We had mentioned earlier that Spicer and Garner grew up as close friends as teenagers. Spicer's family moved away from Northern Virginia to Illinois after her freshman year in high school, and here they are reunited as Lafayette seniors, trying to lead the Leopards to the unthinkable. Down by 3.5 minutes to go. Lakeisha Wright spinning, ball faking, missing it short, but fighting for a rebound. Virgin on the turnaround in the bank.
You talked about Virgin early in the second half, how Elizabeth had contributed with 2 back-to-back buckets along with Dalton, and a play at both ends of the floor, really stepping up nicely for Lafayette.
Let's see if Lehigh goes at Virgin. You've got Gratch moving up on the right side of the lane, defended by Virgin, who's got 4 fouls for Lafayette. And the shot clock is under 5. Prosser's in trouble on the baseline. A turnaround will go.
And again, that's not a bad shot. That's just a low percentage shot, pushing her to areas on the court where she may not feel comfortable shooting.
On the closeout, Gratch with a deflection. 19 on the shot clock for Lafayette. Well, they're separated by 16 miles or so here in the Lehigh Valley of Pennsylvania. The difference in this game, but 1. 2.5 minutes left in regulation in the Patriot League Championship. Ross on Zavaki. 5 to shoot for Lafayette. Inside right on a double team. Travels.
Talk about every possession being key and critical. This one extremely important. Lafayette's going to come back here. They're going to apply some pressure in the backcourt on the ball. Now they retreat. They form a little bit.
Lehigh hasn't scored from the field, Leah, in more than 6.5 minutes. Ross has been shut out in the second half. Off the dribble, gave it up for Kreitz, who got it to Smith. On the drive with the left hand.
You start hedging, you start thinking about players that might get the basketball. Tricia Smith was not the first player in that offense that you would have expected to get the hoop.
Difference at 3. Lafayette as a 7 seed, playing on the home floor of the number 1 seed, Garner, in the low blocks. Had a timeout called by Tammy Smith. The shot clock was at 8. Their offense in trouble. And the Lafayette head coach puts play on pause with 1 timeout remaining. The final 1:38.
I think what Coach Smith was trying to do there by calling that timeout, she could feel with the shot clock winding down, her team rushing a little bit. Just wanted to make sure they understand their options and what they're going to do here on a made basket or a missed basket.
A look at the reset. And as you note, the possession arrow in favor of Lehigh, with so much at stake tonight, the possession arrow has been very prominent. A lot of loose ball tie-ups in this matchup, especially in the second half. Lehigh with 4 timeouts left. Mentioned Lafayette with but 1. And Lafayette has a foul to give. Lehigh with those 17 fouls. Leopards in the 1-and-1. The senior Spicer will inbound. What's been a tremendous atmosphere, 2,300 plus here at Stabler Arena in Bethlehem, PA. And a foul off the ball, nullified a brilliant inbounds play for an easy Lafayette basket. But Melissa Rich called for a personal away from the inbounds pass.
See if we can pick it up. As Bob mentioned, came away from the ball.
A good call by Denise Brooks. She had her hands tying up. Elizabeth Virgin, free throw, no good. And a bad break for Lafayette. And a swat out by Garner. The Leopards will lament a 6 for 17 performance from the line if they don't come back down 3 in the final minute and a half. Of course, Lehigh with a dreadful 3 for 12 free throw performance. Down the lane on a beautiful feed, unable to finish the runner. Gratch, rebound back out to Prosser. Gratch with a second chance. This time converts. Lehigh with a timeout to set up the defense after the made free throw. Yeah, the Mountain Hawks endured roughly a 6.5 to 7 minute drought as Lafayette made it a 1-possession game after trailing by 12. But Melissa Ridge and Emily Gratch two of the role players, if you will, the unheralded Mountain Hawks on a team with standouts like Prosser and Ross, making the plays down the stretch to move Lehigh within 39.7 seconds of the school's second NCAA women's basketball appearance, and a first since 1997.
And for young players like Wright, she won't forget tonight. She'll take little snippets of the evening, and that will help her as she prepares for next year.
Well, you've got to think so much to build on for Lafayette, even if the Leopards fall short in this championship game. Spicer into the forecourt, has to put it up in a hurry. 4-3, won't go. Rebound to Smith, outletting to Ross, and a foul burned by Zavaki. Here at Lehigh University, the Mountain Hawks in women's athletics have enjoyed a bit of a dynasty in the spring in softball. Sue Troyan used to be the softball head coach, guiding the Mountain Hawks to 3 Patriot League championships on the diamond. Her husband, Fran Troyan, succeeded her as head softball coach, and he's brought Lehigh into the NCAA tournament, beating the likes of Texas A&M. And now Sue Troyan, his wife, less than 30 seconds away from reaching the NCAA tournament once again.
She looked up into the stands. There's your husband right there, Fran. Smiling.
He knows what only a coach can feel, and a husband too, and how proud he must be at this point with the season for Lehigh. The difference at 8, the runner by Zavaki. Just might have finished her collegiate career on that note, as Lafayette's season will come to an end, it appears. Giving up the foul in the backcourt to send Smith to the line. But as Sue Troyan waits for the final seconds to elapse for those Mountain Hawks and what would be a 26th win overall, the Lafayette Leopards on the verge of a 22nd loss, but this really was a new season in the Patriot League tournament for them.
Absolutely. All those tough times, that 10-game losing streak, you forget about that. You build on it from what happened in the postseason. You take that through the summertime in your preparation for the Patriot. I think the Patriot League next year is going to be fantastic. I'm excited to see that youthful Colgate team. Navy came on this year. No one really expected them to do anything with a changeover of coaches. Of course, you never know what's up Army sleeve or Holy Cross sleeve with Coach Gibbons. He always has a number of players.
Well, the last few years in the Patriot League, it's been a conference defined by balance. This season, while the rest of the field was stacked pretty close together, with exception of Colgate, the number 8 team, in Lafayette in the 7th seed. Got a logjam in 3rd place. It was Lehigh that was clearly the front runner. The Mountain Hawks, with a school record 12 conference wins, challenged tonight by an arch rival, and on the verge of another title.
And keep the undefeated string alive here at Staples Arena this year. So many emotions going through that huddle right now for Lehigh as they think about not only the 97 team, but the fact of what they're doing, setting their own legacy, and now, everything you've worked for, all those double sessions that you had, the suicide drills, the extra shooting, being in the arena here for extra hours shooting, long road trips, all worthwhile. NCAA tournament bid right around the corner.
Now there's an NCAA tournament bid on the line, of course, in the Big West tournament, as ESPNU's Championship Week continues Friday night with the Big West semifinals. First chance for the number 1 seed Cal State Northridge to take the floor at 8:30 Eastern time. And then at 11 Eastern, number 2 seed Long Beach State hits the court for the first time in the Big West Conference Championship. All part of Championship Week, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. For more information, log on to ESPNU.com. Churches-Smith makes the free throw for Lehigh. Lafayette with its last gasp. Zavaki for 3. Out of play to the Mountain Hawks. Sue Troyan, by the way, was pregnant with her son David the last time the Mountain Hawks won the Patriot League Championship. He's in the house tonight, and there's a celebration in the house here at Staples Arena as the Mountain Hawks are headed to the NCAA tournament. Patriot League champions.